Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I rise in support of H.R. 4412, the NASA Authorization Act of 2014. This act has come a long ways from its original state nearly a year ago when the Committee on Science, Space, and Technology, of which I serve as ranking member, passed a different version of the bill on a party line vote, a departure from the committee's traditional bipartisan approach to NASA. However, much has changed since that time, and I want to recognize the efforts of the committee leadership, including Chairman Lamar Smith and especially Space Subcommittee Chairman Steve Palazzio and Ranking Member Donna Edwards, for their dedication and willingness to work together with me to achieve this bipartisan committee-passed bill, H.R. 4412, the NASA Authorization Act of 2014. While this is not a perfect bill, especially in terms of its short duration and lack of meaningful funding guidance, the bill in its present form includes many important policy provisions that help guide the future of NASA at a critical time for our space program. In that regard, just last week, a congressionally mandated report on human space exploration by the National Academies was released that stated a sustainable program of human deep space exploration requires an ultimate horizon goal and provides a long-term focus. The report further states that there is a consensus in national space policy, international coordination groups, and the public imagination for Mars as a major goal for human space exploration. I am pleased that H.R. 4412 is consistent with the National Academy's recommendation on both points. It establishes a long-term goal for NASA's exploration program to carry out a human mission to the surface of Mars, and it directs NASA to prepare a human exploration roadmap that will lay out the required milestones and capabilities for achieving that goal. Achieving many of NASA's goals, including sending humans to the surface of Mars, however, requires investments across NASA's portfolio programs. To that end, building upon the past successive NASA reauthorization acts of H.R. 4412 ensures the continuation of NASA as a multi-mission agency that includes programs in science, aeronautics, human spaceflight, and human exploration. The bill also builds upon a pillar of Congress's oversight role of our civil space program, namely ensuring the safety of our astronauts in outer space. Consistent with the recommendations of the Columbia Accident Investigation Board, H.R. 4412 requires that safety be given the highest priority in the selection of a commercial human spaceflight system to transport our astronauts to the International Space Station. Mr. Speaker, in recent years, NASA has enabled the discovery of new planets outside our solar system, landed the Curiosity rover on Mars, and continued to study the Sun, our Earth system, and make other advances in space and Earth sciences. H.R. 4412 includes provisions to ensure the continued strength of national space and Earth science programs. It authorizes new studies and strategies of exoplanets and Mars robotic exploration, while also supporting work and future capabilities for astrophysical and observations such as James Webb Space Telescope and planning for a potential wide-field infrared survey telescope. About a year and a half ago, a meteor exploded over part of Russia, bringing renewed attention to the risk of near-Earth asteroids. H.R. 4412 builds on the policies that Congress has set in past authorizations to research, survey, detect, and characterize near-Earth asteroids and their risk. The bill provides direction on NASA's aeronautics research program, an important contributor to our competitiveness in aviation, and it directs a study to benchmark the position of the United States on the aeronautics research in respect to the rest of the world. H.R. 4412 includes many other good government provisions, including those on orbital debris, information technology governance, cost controls, among other areas. It is well known that many of our nation's top engineers and scientists were inspired to pursue science and technology as a result of what we and NASA did with the space program during the Apollo era. NASA's ability to inspire and to engage is like no other part of our government. And while this bill makes clear that NASA scientists and engineers, as well as NASA-supported researchers, need to continue to play a strong role in NASA's education activities to convey their knowledge and passion to the next generation, that is not enough. We need a strong NASA with an inspiring agenda for the next generation, and we need to fund it at a level commensurate with the tasks we have given it. Our children and grandchildren are our future science and technology workforce. They will sustain our leadership on the global science and technology stage, maintain our competitiveness, and make the future discoveries in science and technology. As I have said before, we must maintain our commitment to NASA to ensure our continued strength and leadership in space going forward. And I urge my colleagues to vote yes on H.R. 4412, the National Authorization Act of 2014. Thank you, and I reserve the balance of my time.
The gentleman.